What happens if two ex-brothers decide to exact the ultimate retribution after a decade of treachery? When the architect and the tribal chief band together to storm SmackDown and let the men who attempted to destroy them go to hell. Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns just made a triumphant comeback. And for years to come, people will talk about the assault on Paul Heyman and Bron Breakker. Be sure you're representing the real WWE royalty before we dissect this epic SmackDown attack. Get the explosive Jacob Fatu all-gas, no-brain shirt, the legendary Jusso for letters, the new October 1st sneakers, the Roman Reigns OTC1 collection, and the one-word tee. The description below contains all of the links. On Friday Night SmackDown, the stage was set for another triumphant speech by Paul Heyman. The mastermind behind WWE's upheaval was prepared to boast about his coup, with Bron Breakker on watch and the rest of his Vision faction hiding backstage. However, he failed to take into consideration the impending storm. A storm stoked by retaliation and created out of betrayal. Paul Heyman's increasing haughtiness and the unbridled devastation of his Vision faction were the issue. Heyman thought he was untouchable because Bronson Reed and Brock Lesnar were waiting in the wings. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, both victims of Heyman's plots, faced the difficult task of directing their wrath into a concerted attack that would rock the Vision faction to its foundation. The arena went dark as Heyman boasted about his new era. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins were standing next to each other on the entrance ramp when the lights were turned back on. They advanced deliberately, focusing on Heyman and Breakker while ignoring the shouting crowd. Seth unleashed a super kick before Breakker could respond, and Roman struck Heyman with a massive spear. As they stood over their slain foes, the message was evident. Payback had arrived, and the past was buried. With his voice brimming with passion, Seth reached for a microphone. "You believed you could shatter us. You've just brought us together. This was not merely an assault. It was a declaration. Once fierce rivals, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins have come to terms with their shared grudge against Paul Heyman. Their partnership denotes a change in tactics in the conflict with the Vision faction. By going straight for Heyman, they are attempting to undermine the coordination and leadership of the faction. The fact that they carried out this attack without Dean Ambrose's presence implies that this is a strategic alliance rather than a full-scale reunion. Additionally, it portrays them as the moral core of WWE, resisting Heyman's corporate oppression, the interplay between them. You can't miss this legendary rivalry's next turn. Click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell if you want to be updated on every second of this explosive alliance and the conflict with the Vision faction. The struggle for WWE's survival is only getting more intense. Attend every moment of the action. Sign up today.